Hello, everybody. This is Jen Hadley. I am here with Fierce Mom and a very special guest today. I am here with Julianna Enciu. She is the founder of PS Make Me Famous and local artist, dancer, actor, super mom, great friend. And this is going to be a really fun conversation. So hope you stick around and listen to the big reveal of what we've got going on today. Julianna, I will have you introduce yourself because I can't do justice to all the good things that you're doing.
Oh, it burns. I hate when people say all those things about me. I'm just basically a mom, a wife. I'm a really good cook. But on top of all of that, I did decide to start a fashion line like a crazy person after having a second child. I was like, what do I want to be this time around? A fashion designer.
But your fashion designs come from somewhere really special. It's not just that
Yeah.
you decided one day that you're going to create a whole bunch of, stuff. But it came from somewhere. So
Yes.
talk about that.
Well, I paint. So I transitioned my artwork into apparel. So the whole idea was I had all these paintings, but I wanted to have the artwork be able to be something that people could take with them. So I'm like, how fun would it be to translate a piece of artwork into a pocket square? Because they're both squares. So it's art for your pocket. And from the pocket square emerged the idea of going into socks because everyone loves funky socks. So the prints worked really well on socks. And then of course, 2020 hit. And I literally launched my business. Like the website, everything was done. Everything was done April 2020. So I launched my business 2020 recession style.
Amazing.
And of course, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Who's buying like pocket squares when the whole world shut down? Not just Canada. Who's going to business? Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody's wearing Zoom pocket squares. Like as much as I tried to push how cool it would be, let's be real.
It's
So
looking
I'm
pretty good. I don't know. It's looking really nice
oh,
on you.
well, I'll tell you a secret later about this because I do agree. This is the pocket square, which
Yeah.
also doubles as a neck scarf for the ladies, hair, bag, accessory. So it's 100% silk. We'll go into I'm jumping the gun, but I am saying that it is something that you can utilize in different ways. So this is the pocket square. I'm wearing it like this. But anyway, so I transitioned into face masks.
Of course.
'Cause
That's the logical next step. And how's that going?
face masks are really good. I really like the feel of them now. Like it took a few suppliers to like kind of ace exactly what I wanted to feel like. The whole apparel line is really one size fits all. So I was trying to find a face mask that men and women could wear. Because I know with life being busy, you throw it in the wash and then whoever pulls it out wins, gets it first. So
Yeah.
literally the whole line, even the socks, Jen, are
Yeah.
one size fits all. And I'm not even joking. I'm a size 5.5, and my husband, I think he's 11.5.
Wow. And they fit?
We share the sock.
Amazing.
It's a good time. So yeah. So now I have the face masks, and then that's my story.
That's amazing. That's really, really great. I've seen some of your face masks on Instagram. I've seen them being tagged on Instagram. People are wearing them. It's really, really cool. And you've got some celebrities backing your line. You've got some really big important people wearing your pocket squares and even supplying designs for them.
Well, they're not supplying designs, but they did
Or you have
pick
like a
the
partnership
designs
with
they
them.
wanted. So for the Madrazo collection by Paulina and Oscar Madrazo, they were on the TV show, the Bravo series, Mexican Dynasties, which was hilarious. And that's all I kind of watched. And I just love them and their style. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Oscar would want to wear the pocket squares. So I reached out to him and he's like, oh, I love them, but can my sister do it too? Because she would love to wear it as a neck scarf. So that's kind of how it transitioned. Um, but I mean, I wanted them to pick what prints spoke to them. And that's a really cool process because I have my artwork and then I'll send it to a prospective celebrity or client and be like, which print speaks to you? And then they kind of create their collection based on those prints. So they picked 3 prints that transition between the face masks, pocket squares, and what else am I selling?
Socks.
Oh my gosh. And then we went into bow
Oh,
ties.
right. The bow ties. That's right. So
So
cute.
yeah, so their collection is on my website right now.
That's really awesome. Okay, so I want to talk to you about how you and I started this whole, I mean, we've been friends for years,
Mhm.
but when you started this whole thing, I was like, she crazy, she's putting on all this stuff, like, and I didn't understand it. And then I saw an interview that you did, I think it was Calgary, what was it?
Entertainment Calgary.
Entertainment Calgary, yes.
Yeah.
And this was in the beginning, well, at the end piece of my creation of my planner that I've made for people to set goals and do their, like their daily sort of rituals of getting their goals set and moving forward. And then I was like planning the design of it.
Yeah.
And then I literally watched your thing in the morning and I said, wouldn't it be cool if we could get Julianna's design on the cover of my planner? So I literally called you right away. Like I called you within, I watched it and then I hung up, I turned it off and then I called you like within a second. And you're like, you never call me. What's going on?
I totally said that. I was like, what happened?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what happened? Did something happen? Is everything okay? So I thought that was such a cool idea. And I was like, okay, you've got your pocket square, you've got your bow tie, you've got your socks, you've got your whatever. And then you could have it with your matching planner. How cool is that?
It's
So
really
you've got this artwork is just actually behind you
and on my neck.
and on your neck. So do you want to like talk about it a little bit? Like you gave me a couple of options. This one spoke to me because I just love pinks and blues and purples. To me, it's really, really popular. Really, like not popular, but I really like these colors. And I just realized when we were talking that there's a face and there's a person and there's some, you call them lovers. I can't, like, I guess
Flip
I
it.
flip it.
And then go close to the camera so they can see the lovers dancing in the
Oh,
moon.
lovers dancing. So cute. So I thought that it would be really cool to have a special edition local artist feature. So I've only printed 40 of these. And
I get one.
well, yeah, you get one. Yours is coming. Had
one.
I not broken my leg, I would have delivered it. You have to come pick it up.
I will.
But I've been using it and it's just chock full of like, well, there's your bio and your photo. And there's my bio and my photo. And then it gets into like the full deal. Like you've got your annual plan, and then you've got 3 months worth of, solid planning opportunities with weekly check-ins and daily check-ins. And it's like, it's not just like your small little jot it down planner. This is like my life planner. I put everything in here and I just make sure to like the beginning piece, the beginning like 5-10 pages are actual goal setting tools. So they're tools and techniques that are known to be successful and useful in planning your life and making sure that you're setting your goals so that once you put it in the daytimer part that you're actually following through and doing those things.
I feel like every single person needs a you because I can say like starting this business off and being like, okay, I have this idea.
Yeah. Now what?
Shit.
Yeah.
Once you get into it, and like I've had amazing people come into my life and like support the brand and get me to the next step, and like I've been really blessed because this has only been a year.
Yeah.
Like it's not even been a year.
Yeah.
Back that party up. So, but what I do realize, and that's why I'm excited to get this journal from you and some sessions from you.
Yes, we're going to go through it. Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we go through it.
Is because you get into this rhythm and you go. And then you hit this roadblock and you're like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. I'm not productive. What's happening? Yeah. But if I took that time to actually go back in my journal and be like, whoa, look at this month. Like this was my goal and I did achieve this. And give yourself that moment, that breath of pat on the back, because luckily, again, like I said, I had 2 partners and they were amazing because when I hit that roadblock, I'm like, I feel like we've done nothing. We've not accomplished anything. And they're like, whoa, we just got like 100 YouTube subscribers in a day. It's like,
yeah,
oh yeah, we did good. Oh my God. But I was getting really hard on myself because you do have, as an entrepreneur, the rev up and then or this and the plateau. Mm-hmm. And when that plateau hits.
Now what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the truth is you can't be go.
No.
So to have a planner and be like, you know what, these were my goals for the month and I did achieve it. Why don't I take a little breather? Why don't I meet my children again?
Hello, who are you?
Why don't I give them a second of my life?
Those people that need to eat constantly also need attention, right?
I see my children.
Crazy.
Because I have time because I've accomplished the goals for the month.
Yeah. Yeah. But also what's really great is in the daily piece of it, the way that I've structured it is that everything that you do, the three major things that you do for the day are something that are attached to those main goals. So it's not like you're filling in your time with stuff that I used to do, like pay my visa bill or,
Right.
call the doc, make an appointment,
Mhm.
like register for hockey, those kinds of things. Like those are things that go in like the notes and stuff like that that don't really, they matter, but they're not things that matter in order to get towards your life goals.
Yeah.
So it's really, and what I've been doing every single day is I plan for tomorrow, because you go to bed and your head's like all over the place and like you can't fall asleep because you're like, I have this idea and this idea, and then all of a sudden your like amazing idea comes up and then you just don't know what to do with it. So I plan out the day the next day,
Mm.
because a lot of times when we have meetings or something, I used to, if I didn't have a meeting or something during the day, I'd be like, oh, I don't have anything to do, I'm going to the mall, you know, or I'll just do something else, or, like you get stuck in the mundane other things that don't really matter. But if you have it planned out, within 3 months, you're going to accomplish a ton of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I did it. Like I worked with my coach and we did this kind of same idea where it's like we went through the three major goals that I need to accomplish in the next 3 months and knocked it out. And every time we met, it was like, what are you doing now? What's going on now? What do you need to do? How are you going to fill your next 3 days? What are you going to do until next week? And those are the things that made a difference. And within 3 months, I built this entire business. I've published this
Yeah,
planner.
yeah,
I
I
have a
remember we
website.
talked. I'm like, when is this planner coming? You're like, it will be done in 2 days. You're like,
Yeah,
I set my goal. It will be done, or at the
yep,
end of this week, and you did it. I was like,
I totally did it. And you know what? I've been wanting to do it for 6 years. How come I haven't done it yet? Because I didn't make it part of my goals. Because I didn't make it part of the plan.
right.
Right? Like this has been something I've been talking about forever. So goal planning aside, it's been really cool having you partner with me and put this together. Like this one is
Well,
so,
I wish I could contribute more than just the cover.
well, you also have
And-
the inside cover.
oh, okay, now we're good.
But this is just as a side note, we do have one that's a little bit more like, this is my original one. It sells for 45 Canadian. Yours sells for 53, but all the proceeds go towards local artists in Calgary. So we want to make sure that we're supporting local art, because that seems to be one of the things that drops off right away. As soon as the economy goes, it's like art, entertainment, like all the good life stuff that we love and enjoy, like that's the first thing to go.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that we're creating this like community of, this is important and art is important. And I didn't even notice that there was a face in this thing until just now. So, even having that conversation, it's like, that's so inspiring. So we want to make sure that that stays alive. So you can get the regular cover, but this is the one that's special edition. There's only 40. So we can only have 40 of them, and they're not printing anymore after that. So
That's a really, okay, first of all, that's the most popular print. That print is
yeah,
actually what got me through the door with every celebrity I've met.
I love this
They
print.
all own that pocket square. I
And
do
now they
have
can have the matching. Well, they can't all have the matching. Only
but
40.
I actually have that print in face masks,
Love
and
it.
it looks gorgeous. Like it's a really beautiful one. And then of course I have I have that one in a bow tie, but it reads differently because the print is smaller.
Yeah.
But I mean, people could check out the website and whatever. You
Yeah.
can have the link to my website if they want to check it out.
Totally.
The prints. And
And
drum roll. Did you want me to tell the special thing I'm doing for you?
it's special. It's not for me, it's for our people.
For the people, for the Fierce Mom people, for the Fierce Mom tribe.
Yeah, community.
FMC.
Sure. We're coining it now. Fierce Mom Community, Fierce Mom Club, Fierce Mom, whatever you want.
I'm offering 25% off anything on the website.
So nice. Thank you.
I've never done 25%.
It's just me? Just for my people?
Yeah. This is the biggest promo code ever offered. So whoever's watching this, 25% off anything. So your total, just shop, and then it'll be 25 off the whole amount.
That's awesome.
Especially Valentine's Day coming up.
So
like these are really print here. Do you want me to do a little?
Yeah. Let's see it. I mean, you've got the print behind you, but this is so, and that's the silk one. Oh, look at that. That's so nice.
All of them are silk. So it's 100% silk, and they have the rolled, the really nice rolled edges, the detailing. But again, the size is so perfect because either, you wear it because you wear power suits or your gent wears it, or you can borrow it. It's like an item you can share with your
Yeah.
significant other. But what I love about, and the whole reason I did PS Make Me Famous was not only for you to feel a little more famous, but most pocket squares are a digital repetitive print. And by utilizing artwork, you can really pull different colors from the scarf to
Yeah.
maximize the wear, right?
Yeah.
You have different suit colors. Like, look, just a little bit of the yellow. Maybe you
Right.
don't want any yellow because you have a black suit. Like, you could really play around.
Yeah.
Um,
You can use
and
it
feel like an
for
artist too. Like, explore. Like, have
awesome.
fun seeing what you want to pull and how you want to dress for success, which I'm sure you teach your
I love it.
people as well.
Yeah. Well,
And then,
very
for the mummies, once we hit the tender age of, I don't know, what age are we? What are we?
we
Jen,
don't
what
want
are
to do
we?
that. Let's just ignore that whole.
Okay, so our
Yeah.
next start to be a giveaway. Let's just be honest. Those suckers don't stay that taut. I'm waiting for my firming cream. But this is just such a cute way, and it's an elegant way to kind of like, when you wear a business suit or whatever, if you don't want to have any sage, uh, let's just be honest, for
I
real.
love that. I love that. And you can also put it in your hair, like around, like my daughter would probably want it around her.
Your kids, right? It's like
Yeah.
just a really beautiful piece that is going to go the distance. And because it is such good quality, it's like 100% silk. It's very durable. Like, I mean, this is something you're going to pass down. And it's a piece
Love
of artwork, right? So the whole thing is that everything is done in very small quantities. I only have 200 units of each print, kind of like you.
Yeah.
Once it's gone, it's gone. It was part of that collection. See you later. Too bad. So sad.
Yeah. And on to the next one, right?
On
Awesome.
to the next. I know.
So cute. Okay, but the only thing that's got your print on it that's not available on your website is the planner, which is available on my website, which we're going to put on all the details into the information here so we can find you, we can find the planner, and I can't wait for you to get it
I was
and
gonna say,
walk you through it.
once I get it, give
Yeah.
me like a month or two to like really do my homework.
Yes.
And like you can be like, Juliana, did you
Yeah.
log your stuff? Because I really do want to see how it helps me, and I
Yeah.
will do an honest review and
I
let
love
everyone
it.
else
I love it. No, I think it's going to be great, especially people like you and I that have so many ideas in our heads. And it's like, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I want these big projects and I've got these big ideas. And then it's like, it's great. But then it's like, hey, now what? And then it feels overwhelming. And then we just like get under the covers and eat our chocolate and drink our coffee and just hide.
The
Right?
hardest thing, like I mean, what you preach is just like you have that idea, that passion, and then how do you take that step forward?
Yeah,
And that's why having someone like you or even the journal to help with that process
totally.
is like really a gift to yourself, because it becomes something that even when you're done the book, it's going to be embedded in you.
Yeah.
Like every morning, did you check in? Did you do this? That's why I'm like,
Yeah, it definitely creates the routine. And the thing about it is that it's only 90 days. It's a 90-day thing. So
Yeah.
you're not planning like your next year because that's overwhelming. You break it down into smaller chunks. You do your 90 and then you do it into monthly, and then you do it into weekly, and then every day. So
Mhm.
it takes out a lot of that like overwhelm of, oh my gosh, like what am I supposed to do? And so it tells you tell yourself what you're going to do the next day. You set it up for the next day, and then you know what's going on. So you wake up and it's not like, what do I have today? What am I doing today? It's like, okay, I've got it all organized already. And then there's space for gratitude. There's space for affirmations. There's space for all of those, scientifically proven ways of making yourself more motivated, more happy, building habits, things like that. And really, it helps you just get through those tasks and
And the blocks.
forward and moving forward. And it's also not dated, because I don't like those planners that start January 1st, because
I'm nervous.
it's January 5th. Are you going to, or January 6th today? Are you going to wait until next January to start a planner now, just because you missed 6 days? No. So I love that it's not dated. That was my like number one thing, because you can start now. So as soon as you get the book, I'm going to get you started. We're going to have a meeting.
Yeah.
We're going to go through it, and I'm going to coach you through this 90 days, and we'll see what happens after, because it's going to be pretty.
I'm excited to see the people who are utilizing the
Yeah.
journal.
Yeah.
And on your Facebook community, just to see what businesses come of it.
Yeah, totally.
Right? That's really cool. Like, I'm excited to be like, who's been on the journal? Like, I'll come into your chat room.
Love
I'm
it.
happy to share any questions people have about startup. Like, again, like I'm a mom of two, and of course the kids are now home
Yes.
running a business. Um,
Difficult.
any advice I can offer to any
Yeah.
moms who want that courage or have questions about how to start something? Like,
Well,
I'm
hopefully
happy.
you'll join because actually I did a goal setting session in December on the 17th.
Mhm.
And a lot of people wanted me to do it monthly. So now I've created a monthly sort of mid-month around the 14th, between the 14th and the 19th, whatever day it falls on, usually Wednesdays. It'll be an hour in the evenings on Wednesday nights once a month. And we're going to do basically that. It's going to be like a mastermind of goal setting, and it's free, and everyone who wants to join can join. We're going to go through what your goals are, where you're struggling, if you need help in certain areas, and build that community to sort of say, hey, we're all here in this together, and it's going to be awesome. So that's going to come out as well. I'll put the link in as well.
Yeah.
I literally just posted that last night.
Okay.
So it's funny that you mentioned that because that's actually happening.
But I wasn't saying,
Yeah.
it's so nice to have that community because there are so many go-getters, and especially now with this volatile environment,
Yeah.
you almost have to check in and be like, who am I
Yes.
as a business or a brand or an entrepreneur? Because everything else is so up in the air and uncertain. So you almost have to be like, what am I good at?
Yeah.
What can I do to help others? So just to have that community where you're like, hey guys, I'm lost. I don't even know who or what I am.
Yeah.
To have that support, man, we're better in groups than solo
Totally,
for sure.
totally. But it's not even necessarily just in business. It's even just in our own personal lives. Like
Yes.
what is my purpose? What am I doing here? Like, what do I need to do? Whether it's a parenting goal or a personal health goal or like whatever it is. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be, we talk a lot about business because that seems to take up most of our time.
Mm.
Parenting should be taking up a little more of our time.
Yeah.
But you know, my kids are at that age where they just want to be on their iPads and left alone anyway. So as long as I'm feeding them, they're happy. But I really think that there's so much, like, you can use this as a personal or you can use it as a business thing. And I do both. Like, this is my life planner. Like, this is my like project management tool of my entire life. So it's got my personal stuff, and because the day is broken up from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., like, it's going to have your whole life in there. So you can set whatever goals you want.
I just love it even as a gift, even
Yeah.
for teens.
Yeah.
Like when you get into teenage angst, if I
Yeah.
had that book and I knew that was something that was helping me and it's my time to connect to myself,
Mhm.
what a cool gift.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working through
It's
it
like a
with my
little more
kids.
direction. It gives you a little more direction than just journaling. It's like
Yeah.
tune in with yourself. So I would say for 13 and up, what a beautiful.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've got my kids on their own too. Like, we do goal setting every month, and we talk about it, and it's like, what are you doing? What's the next step? How do you get there? Most importantly, what are the obstacles that get in the way? Because a lot of times we say, yeah, I want to do this, and then something happens, but we don't have a coping plan to get through it. So that we talk about that a ton.
Yeah.
And
Coping
getting,
plan.
yeah,
That's a
a
good
coping
one.
plan for it is so important, because who knew 2020 was going to end up like this, right? Like, it's the now what, it's the taking the emotion out of, okay, you can feel when things go wrong, and when something, you know, like, goes sideways. All right, take the moment, feel it, mourn it, whatever you need to do,
Yeah.
but then keep going. Like, now what? So then
Yeah.
this is a tool that's totally going to help you get there, because it's like, okay, I can feel sad for this hour, but
Yeah.
then I've got this meeting and I've got to pull it together.
Yeah, don't give up because that's the biggest thing. Like, and what you said is amazing. And I wish we had a session before I started all this because everything is about how do you cope with the, oh, it didn't work out the way I wanted to.
Yeah, because
Because
nothing works out the way we
we're
want it.
only taught to how to succeed, but we're not taught how to cope.
Yeah.
And that's when you become your worst enemy and you stop.
Exactly. So there's a section in that in this book as well. So I'm excited for you to have it. I will, you just have to come over because I can't leave the house.
I'll do a swing by today.
Awesome.
I'll
Come by, pick up your book, and then we'll get started on your coaching. But thank you so much, Juliana. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad that it turned out the way that it did. I'm so happy with how it looks.
Yeah, me
And
too. And I'm excited to be part of your community. I'm
yes,
excited to utilize the journal and give you my feedback. So yeah.
love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. And we will talk so soon. Probably the next project. I mean, there's another quarter coming up soon, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Coming next. Yeah, for sure. We'll talk soon. Thank you,
Bye,
Juliana.
Jen. See you. Good job, fierce mummies. Bye. Bye.